feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now.
Hi everyone, welcome. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. To my patron subscribers, welcome back. So for today's video, we're going to cover the next 3 months of April, May, and June, and find out what breaking news what type of breaking news events that we will see on our television. The way I'm going to do is I'm just going to allow my intuition to guide me to what depth and cards to be using along with other added information. It may be political, it may be natural disasters. It will be anything as news, as we all know it. It does not just specifically pertain to politics. Now, if you want to jump to certain months, just go to the description below. It will be timestamped in the description. Let me know if you do like this video. Just like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. And of course, let me know in the comment section below what you do think. So anyway, this is being live streamed on April 3rd, 2022 at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you guys would like a book reading with me, just check the description below. I have my website back up and running again. Here's some quick disclaimers on your screen right now. Feel free to read them at your own time. Just pause the video if you would like to read them. Other than that, let's continue on forward. This video is just for entertainment purposes only and for education purposes only as well. And here are some other disclaimers as well. All right, let's begin. So, quickly before you do so, I do want to show a little bit of proof that today is indeed April 3rd. And here are some breaking news. You can kind of see on my phone right now. It was 555, and here is the news as of right now, the news cycle on Google. So this is what's going on right now in the political world. So you know when I'm making this video, that this is legit and it is indeed April 3rd. All right, so let's begin. Let's start. All right, shall we? If you have questions, feel free to always put in the comments. We're going to do pre-recorded majority of the time. All right, so I'm thinking about this for right now. I feel like in the month of April, we're going to have some sort of natural disaster. So we're going to take a look at that as well. We're going to try to see what major breaking news event that we're going to see rather than just acting and looking week by week that we always do, and just kind of take a look at like the big picture here. In the past, when I've done this, it's been pretty accurate or it's been spot on. Sometimes the interpretation is a little off, just the vocabulary that's on the cards are pretty much straightforward. So let's see what this next 3 months hold. Let's do the month of April, shall we? So Spirit Angels, tell me, what type of breaking news events will we see appear on the news cycle in April of this year? Sometimes, occasionally, when we do read it like this, sometimes it may not happen this month. It might happen in a couple of months, a couple years from now, in the month of April. So it may accidentally pick up other energies as well. All right, so Spirit Angels, tell me what major events are we going to be focusing on in terms of major breaking news that's going to hit the news cycle in April? Okay. All right. Okay. Let me see if I can get further clarification from this card. These are all from games, by the way, so you can actually get this in a board game. We have Taboo, which are these cards, and then we have Code Names, which are from these. All right, Spirit Angel, additional wording. Anything else? What other breaking news events that we might see in terms of breaking news that are going to end up on the news cycle in the month of April? Okay. Anything else you'd like to add? Anything else you'd like to add? Okay. All right, let's begin, shall we? Okay. All right, so these are some breaking news events that we're going to see in the next couple of weeks or even this month, potentially, most likely. So in the month of April, we have the word Dombey here. I'm going to kind of show you the cards first and then read them. So you have Dombey, which means undead, voodoo, corpse, rum, 20 days later. The next thing we have here is private, public, property, army, detective, eye. We have here supermodel, Vogue, Delucy, pose, photographer, cover girl. We have reverse governor, right? So the next one here would be tortoise, hare, slow, race, tortoise, Galapagos Island. It could also be as well mayor, president, state, politician, executive is reverse. We have here scorpion, tail, sting, venom, desert, and 8 legs. We also have here as well as we have valet, which is parking, drive, tip, car, butler. Underneath the private car, we have here safety pin, hold, diaper, clasp, fasten together. Underneath supermodel reverse, we have here garlic, which is strong, seasoning, vampire, smell, bread. That's reverse, so it's goldfish. What is Pepper's Farm, Crackers, Aquarium, Orange, Bowl, which is why this one is upright, but the garlic is indeed reverse. We have here underneath the governor card, we have Sequoia, which is tree, redwood, California tall evergreen. Underneath Scorpion, we have artery, which is blood, heart, angioplasty, aorta, and a clog. I did really bullshit that entire word in. And then we also have your E Network, Entertainment, Ryan Seacrest, The Soup, The Girls Next Door, and Chelsea Lately. Okay. And then as for the code names, we have here is Night. Okay, Night. And we also have String. Okay, sounds like lingerie to me, but I don't know. We have here Eagle. We also have Genius. Right, but Eagle's the one that came out first, so Eagle goes upright. We also have here as well, we have Check, what came out upright. We also have here Queen. Okay. We also have here Glove. We also have Stream. Okay, very interesting how we have Queen and Stream, and they both rhyme, right? So anyway, I just wanted to say that. So let's just get in and on with it. We're gonna read this now. All right, so this is how it was found. It's found pretty much like this. These were here, this was here, and the night card landed in between these four. All right. So the first thing we have here in terms of one of the major breaking news event that I see here is that there's going to be something that comes out in terms of excuse me, in the month of April, there's going to be something major about zombies. There could potentially be a movie that gets released and is relating to zombies. I do see a documentary about 2020, the year 2020. I do see here as well new information going to come out about COVID. There's something about vaccines that will come out. What else am I getting? Yeah, so it could be talking about the bird flu and how it's infecting our food supply. So that's something to look out for from the one of the major breaking news. We also have here as well as we have maybe somebody in the political arena gets COVID. We'll figure that out as we start to read the rest of the cards. We have private, which is public property, army, detective eye. I see a few things. I do see that there's going to be a debate among the new educational system in America is going to be between private and public schools. I'm also getting as well that there's going to be a new war that potentially breaks out. Potentially, there might be almost like an armistice where they're like they cease to not do fire. So I don't know. It's a truce. That's what it is. I see a truce with some treaty being made in the month of April. I'm also getting there's going to be an investigation that's going to also open up as well in terms of the January 6th. It's going to um basically broaden the horizon and realize new information is going to come out that the public eye is enemy number one. I don't know what that means, but it feels like public the public is enemy number one. We have here as well next to it we have supermodel, Vogue, Gullies, Pose Day, photographer, and of course cover girl. I'm getting him Melania Trump particularly, so there's potentially maybe she is somehow related to January 6th. Maybe they start to investigate her. Maybe there's information that comes out that she complied with her with January 6th commission or whatever that is, but there's something in the news cycle that's going to break in this month about Melania Trump. Now, as for the governor card here, we have that reverse. And there's multiple meetings here. I'll explain them all. We have tortoise here, which is hare, slow, raise, turtle, Galapagos Island. It's upright because this card is reversed on the back, which is the governor, mayor, president, state, politician, executive. I see two things here. I see someone in a high position of power getting very ill, and they're going to have to resign, even act temporarily until they get surgery, until they start to feel better. So someone's going to take power temporarily. They're going to be in a change of power here. I'm also getting as well that there's a political race that's on the way where the race is going to feel like very dragged on. So potentially it might get heated. It might be very competitive. You don't really know who's going to win, but however it is, it feels like maybe the primary season, maybe for the Democrats and the Republicans, is going to be pretty tight, and almost like it's going to be like a division between progressive Democrats versus establishment Democrats, and then versus the far right Republicans versus the moderate Republican. Right, so that's what I'm seeing. We also have here as well, we have Scorpion, Tail, Sing, Venom, Digit, 8 Legs. I do see here wildfires, particularly I do see that here in terms of wildfire. I'm also getting as well is that this is also in terms of the person stepping down could be relating to Biden as well. So potentially this might be one of those months where Biden does step down, at least temporarily, because of maybe some sort of health issue. Maybe he needs to go to surgery or something like that. I don't necessarily see him be removed. I just see him temporarily handing power over. Potentially this could also be as simple as him going abroad or overseas. And that still in terms the power does no longer is in the president's hand, but within the vice president. So underneath the dummy card here, we have valet, which is parking, drive, tip card, butler. It falls underneath the dummy card here. I do feel like there's going to be some, excuse me, I feel like this is in some way related to Tesla. So maybe there's going to be some breaking news in terms of Tesla, like someone was left for dead inside their car or couldn't get out due to heat or some extreme level of heat or something malfunction within the Tesla that caused it to go haywire and the person could not escape because maybe it had a safety lock protection in some way. So there's something going to be wrong in terms of electric cars here. I'm also seeing as well that there might be someone found dead. So potentially this might be related to a serial killer. And then this person um I'm getting the name Night Washer. I don't know what that is, but like they wash you at the night during the night, so they might have a nickname, or they might just be doing this at night. They just might wash people, but they might be known as the Night Washer. We do have here Shreng, so this person is gonna have copycats. So this person's gonna have movies made about him, documentaries and stuff like that. Underneath this private card here, we have safety pin, which means hold, diaper, clasp, fasten together. In terms of that, I do feel like there's going to be more tightened security when it comes to elementary schools, especially when it comes to gun control and school shootings. So there's going to be a high advancement here, potentially a movement that's going to be formed. Potentially, this also it may be hinting at potentially more school shootings. Okay. Underneath the supermodel card here, we have the reverse garlic, right? And the reverse garlic is goldfish, cracker, aquarium, orange bowl. Since that is reversed here with garlic, it almost feels like in some way there might be breaking news in the month of April that maybe Melania is she might announce that she is divorcing Donald Trump or is moving away from him or some sort. Potentially she might be going somewhere else and might be considering relocation. I do see that here as well. So this month might be very big. This could also be as well, like I said many times before, that sometimes some of these stuff may not happen during this month. It may happen in another month of April of another year. So there's that. But yeah, that's what I'm getting in terms of that. We do have orange here, which is definitely why I see Donald Trump here. We also have the word eagle, which is correlated to genius, right? Donald Trump likes to call himself a genius. And normally, when it comes to Secret Service, they normally say eagle, eagle, eagle on the move. So normally that is the code name that is being used, particularly when it refers to a president. As for the under reverse governor here, we have Sakura, which means tree, redwood, California, tall evergreen. This again, if you may not remember, Vice President Kamala Harris is, of course, from the state of California, and I just say that she may become acting president because Biden has to temporarily hand power over, just temporarily. I do see that here. I do see that there is going to be an issue though when it comes to wildfires. So there's going to be a wildfire in California. It's going to burn a lot faster, and it's going to happen, but in the month of April most likely, but more so in the month of April, because this is towards the end of the month, so it might be in early days of May. We do have here artery card, which falls on the scorpion. So potentially, maybe this might be referring to a breakthrough, heart surgery, or something related to the heart, or something related to the respiratory system. I'm also getting as well that potentially this may be referring to President Biden handing over his power towards the end of April, and that he goes under surgery due to his heart or heart condition, and he may have something related, at least in the upper region of the respiratory system. And this will be in breaking news, so you can definitely expect to have parodies made of this, people making fun of this, and stuff like that. I do see that here, specifically SNL. I do see that as one of the major things here. We do have here as well, though. This also might be referring to the Queen. We do have here check Queen. Right, maybe they need to check on the Queen. Maybe she might fall ill during the month of April or early May. We do have here Stream Glove. So maybe there's going to be some sort of strangulation involved as well. Maybe it might not be her. Maybe she was trying to breathe and she had gloves on and she's trying to breathe. And unfortunately, she was unable to gasp her breath and she passes away. That's what I'm just seeing. I'm just seeing interpreting the cards. The cards are always right. Sometimes the interpreter is wrong. So if I do say something, it does not happen. It just might mean it has a different meaning. The cards are always correct. It just might be me who might not be articulating it or having the right vocabulary to interpret it in the right way. So there's that. That is the month of April. All right. All right. I'm just going to drink some water and then we are going to start the next month. Okay. What do you guys think is going to happen this month? I keep forgetting it's April already. Right. All right. So basically, if it's April, always sometime it might spill into the first month, the first or 2 weeks of the following month, just particularly because time is an illusion and there's no set day or time. So it's going to be pretty hard for tarot or any sort of spirits to kind of pinpoint it. So let's be a little bit more lenient when it comes to spirit trying to reveal us information to what we need to know about the coming months or coming days. Okay. All right, what kind of breaking news event that would be important in the month of May? Let's take a look. Okay. I do hope you guys like this, by the way. I hope you find it interesting, stuff like that. All right, Spirit Angel, tell me what major breaking news event that's going to come out in the month of May in terms of what's going to hit the news cycle. What else? We have some interesting stuff here. Okay, what else is going to come out in the month of May that we should focus on in terms of breaking news? All right, what else? Nope, that's too many. All right, Spirit Angel, come on. Okay. All right. And let's just ask code name to see if maybe we can get further clarification if needed. Spirit Angel, any further clarification on what mother breaking news event that may come out in the month of May? Okay. What other suspects? They'll come out in the month of May here. Come on. Is there any other major breaking events in the month of May? Thank you. Okay. Okay. We're going to do the same thing we did last time. We're going to go through the cards first, and then, of course, we're going to read the cards like we did last time. So the first card we have here, clap, which means applaud, hand, encore, ovation, thunder. 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 Oh my god, I can't pronounce it, but you know what I mean. We have here raisin, grape, California, dried, sun made, wrinkled. Okay, so it seems to be on par already what we're saying. Okay, so we have curry, which is spice, season, cook, India hot. We have here sideways, K's, Nicholas, bars, animal, do circus. Okay, a sideways here. We have here tights, stocking, ballots, dancers, daskin, legs. We have here wrestle, takedown, hold, tag team, mat, WWE. We have here diva, prima donna, opera singer, high maintenance, arrogant. Underneath the clap card, we have the reverse post-it note, which is sticky, yellow, paper, swears offense, which really was upright, was pirate flag, skull, crossbone, chip. Reverse raisin, we have here hockey pokey, which is dance, wedding, group, right foot in, left arm out. We have actually what really the upright card here was iceberg, which is frozen lettuce, water, Titanic, tip. We have here underneath the curry card, we have lobster, right, which is the reverse card. Underneath the curry, we have the seafood, butter, claws, bib, red, right? What was supposed to come out was rubber band, which is wrap, stench, stress, excuse me, shoot, elastic, hold. We have here underneath here, we have tight, thimble, right? Stove, finger, protection, needle, metal. Underneath the Russell card, we have turnover, which is apple, pastry, style, quick, football. Underneath the diva card, we have two here. We have the reverse men miscongeniality, which is America, beauty, pageant, Sandra Bullock, nice. What it really meant to say was Italian pastry roll, ricotta cheese filling. Okay, we also have the reverse noodle, which is spaghetti Chinese. Oops, spaghetti Chinese, brain, pasta, macaroni. What it really meant to say was dressing room, try on clothes, change costume theater. And then, of course, here we have underneath between the Jolly Rancher, Iceberg, Raisin, and Clap, we have the school card come out. We had it between these two. And as for these last two code names, we have row and school. Okay, on the back of it, we have Pistolberry. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so we have Pistolberry, we have row and soldier. Then we have school, and behind the school card, we have server. Okay. So that is what we're seeing in today's month of May. So let's take a look and see what the month of May holds for us, shall we? All right. So for the first month of May, I'm seeing here that there's going to be some sort of major news that's going to break out, and people are going to be clapping. So maybe it might be the end of World War III. Maybe there's a truce or a treaty that was made that ended and just gives us a temporary sigh of relief. Okay, a truce just basically means it's an armistice, which just means between two parties or two militaries agree not to attack each other temporarily. So there's going to be some sort of truce, so the world can breathe for a couple of days and stuff like that. So I do get that there. I also do feel like there's going to be some sort of achievement that's going to get a lot of a lot of support from the people. I don't know what people in particular. I am seeing some American news having some massive support, so maybe something related to Biden, maybe one of the laws that get passed. But I do feel like this is on a global scale as well. I do feel like some other countries like Australia and Britain as well. So there's going to be major news there. As for the early month of May, we have raisin, which is grape, California dry, sun made, wrinkled. I recently spoke about in the last reading about April. I talked about how I kept seeing wildfires, major wildfires spreading in the month of April for California specifically. And it says here California is going to be dry by this point, so around early May. California might be witnessing a very water drought. So a lot of people there might be thirsty, and the value of water will skyrocket. So as for the curry card here, we have spice seasoned cook India hat. There's going to be some breaking news with India, potentially when it comes to animal abuse or something with animals in general. May not be related to animal abuse. Maybe there is going to be breaking news about animal abuse, but maybe not. Might not be related to India. I do see here as well. India is going to have some sort of breaking news. Maybe potentially they may get involved, and maybe one of the reasons for the armistice here. I do see as well there might be a war breaking out between Pakistan and India again. I do see that as one of the possibilities in the month of April. I mean, in the month of May, excuse me. It's also challenged by Cage, which is Nicholas Barr's Animal Juice Circus. So potentially this is indeed relating to animal abuse. It could also very well symbolize genocide. So that's what I'm seeing. Just for entertainment purposes only. We have here in terms of the next couple of days in the month of May, we have tight, stocking, ballet, dancers, their skin legs. I do see here, though, the stock market is going to have some issues, so it's going to restrict the sell. So things are going to go up in price a lot more in terms of inflation-wise. It's going to increase in the month of May. It's going to get tight and tighter. Right? People are going to try to take it down and try to lower the hurt that you're going to feel during the month of May. Potentially, there's going to be some build out going to get passed in the month of May, and it might be relating to trying to maybe a new stimulus check of some sort, but it's meant to try to help you in terms of the stock market because people are going to be very hurt by this restriction on the market. We do have here as well as we do have Diva, which is prima donna, opera singer, high maintenance, arrogant, right? What I've seen here that there's going to be some sort of issues when it comes to trying to take down certain people in position of power. Potentially they're arrogant and they kind of like they know how to get away with things, or they know how to like basically take advantage of the judicial system. So they're going to try to catch him, but they're not going to be able to be successful with it. I might be referring to Trump, could also be Putin, it could be loads of different people. These are just estimates or assumptions. We have here as well underneath the clap card, we have Jolly Roger, which is pirate, flag, skull, crossbone, chip. I do feel like in some way there's going to be some sort of conspiracy theory that's going to come out relating to the skull and bones. So potentially that is going to be one of the major things that's going to happen. Maybe that they may be part of the Proud Boys, or potentially the Proud Boys might embrace something with a symbol of a skull. We do have here, though, as underneath the raisin card, we have iceberg, which is frozen lettuce, water Titanic tip. We recently did a video on the Titanic. We talked about how the new Titanic is set to sail this year. Potentially, this could mean in the month of May, that new Titanic is going to set sail in the ocean, or potentially as well. There's going to be some breaking news in terms of the month of ice with the iceberg. Potentially, maybe the iceberg are melting at such a fast rate that rising seawater levels are going to rise a lot faster than before. Underneath the curry card here, we have rubber band, which is another one, which is going to have wrap, stress, shoot, elastic, hold. Like I said, I feel like they're going to be, India's going to be making some big role in terms of an armistice here, but I also do see them going to war with Pakistan or some sort of neighbor nearby. So there is going to be a shoot here, a shootout, but there's also going to be a hold as well. So there's going to be a peace in one area, but there's going to be war in another. We have here as well, we also have tight, once we're talking about the stock market here, we have thimble, which is sew, finger protection, needle, metal. I do feel here in some way or some form in terms of the tightness. I feel like there's not going to be much protection, so maybe some people are going to feel like, some of the material that we have to fight against climate change is no longer effective. Underneath the Russell card here, we have turnover, which refers to Apple, pastries, sell quick. Football, I do feel like a lot of times when this stock market starts to become restrictive and tighten, people are going to start selling their stocks a lot faster. So if you wanted to just invest in, I'm not a financial advisor, you might want to invest in governmental bonds with interest rates. So over time, the government pays you back plus interest. So that might be something you might want to consider. Underneath here, the Diva card here, we have the cannoli, which is Italian pastry roll, ricotta cheese filling. I do feel like in some way there's going to be some breaking news in terms of Italy. Potentially, there's going to be some sort of issue over some sort of election result, or even maybe some sort of popular singer who might just happen to have an Italian background. I'm also seeing um sex scandals and also porn as well might be one of the major news in the month of May. We also have here dressing room, try on clothes, chain, costume theater. Maybe some of those sex scandals might be relating to transgenders, changing in bathrooms, and the public policies on those. I'm also seeing as well. This also may be related to pedophiles washing people through changing room or dressing room, and how they're going to catch some of those people. Those things, those people are going to be exposed for filming people. Potentially, I do see as well. I do see there might be a possibility for like maybe a company to get arrested for trying to partake in it or allow it because they knew that this was going on. So, do I see any other things here? As for the Jolly Roger and Iceberg here, we also have school. So potentially there might be a conspiracy theory that's going to be spread about school, and this might be one of the big icebergs that's going to break a lot of people. So potentially, what I mean by that is potentially it could be literal speaking, but it could also be as well. It could be what gets people in that mode of frenzy or some sort, like where they just can't think rational anymore. They just get crazy. We do have here Rose Soldier, which is clap and raisins. So potentially there's going to be a large military build-up. Potentially, this might be a race, a militaristic race, very similar to the Cold War. This might be the beginning of a Cold War in the month of May. We do have here as well, we do have Pistol and Berry. Right, so I do feel like someone's going to get shot in the month of May, which is why this person might be the reason for the armistice here, and also they're going to get buried in the ground. So potentially there might be a funeral of some sort. So that is what I see in the month of May here. So these are some breaking news. Again, this does not relate just directly to the United States. It relates to the world around. Excuse me. It relates to everything around the world. That's really what this reading is. They're just taking whatever in the news that I see here in the cards here and just projecting. It's almost like I am your news anchor before it hits the news, so to speak. All right. I'm going to take some more water and I'm going to jump onto the month of June. Okay. Hold on. Let me know in the comment section below what you do think of today's video and what you think of the month of May so far. Do you resonate with it? What did you see for the month of May? You know, all this stuff may not happen exactly. It just might be sometimes it is possible for psychics or even like people like me as well to sometimes get it wrong because we're not familiar with experiences or vocabulary that might not be able to allow us to fully interpret what we're seeing in the cards. Does not mean we're inaccurate. It just means that the card's always right. It just means that I might not have the vocabulary skills, particularly to interpret that particular interpretation that is needed for the card. That's all. All right. And I'm going to put the school cards in, and then we're going to jump into the month of June. What do you guys think? What before you watch me do the June? What do you think is going to happen in the month of June? I'm curious to see what you have to say. Let me know in the comment section below. Nothing tastes better than fresh water. Okay. Spirit Angel, tell me what kind of other breaking news, or what other type of breaking news is going to hit the news outlets in the month of June? What type of breaking news will we see hit the news outlets or in the news cycle? Major event that's going to happen in the month of June of this year. You notice how sometimes when I first did the reading, I didn't really ask about the month of this year. So it could be not even this year that I'm just talking about, but yeah, just wanted to put that out there. Okay. What else would you like to ask Spirit for the month of June? What other breaking news will we see in the month of June here? We have a lot of reversals here, so. There's some breaking news, all right. I think good enough. All right. Any other breaking news for the month of June, Spirit? I feel like this. Should I keep the Spirit? Keep it? Okay, it's gonna fall on DNA. Anything else, Spirit? Any other major breaking news event in terms of the code name to help enhance the reading for the month of June that we should focus on for this year? Thank you. Okay, let's take a look. So we're going to do the same system as we did the last time. We're going to go through the cards first, and then I'm going to read them, or what they mean. Or at least what I feel like they mean, in terms intuitively. Okay, so the first card that we have here is we have I almost call it Aola, but it's aloe, skin cream burn plant vera, right? It's reversed, which means reef, coral, Great Barrier, Australia, undersea atoll. I recently spoke about Australia being in the news cycle recently this month. I mean, recently in the video. We also have here douche, two card, couple, dice, bigelow. We have here reverse lips, letter S, talk, silver the cat, speak, pronounce, right? Biden had the lips. He stutters just like me. Simon says, follow leader command, do this, ask. Okay, very similar to what I just said with Biden, he's a leader, right? We have here Charles Darwin, evolution, scientist, origin, species theory. We have paperclip, metal, staple, hold, sheet together, belly button, which is the real one, navel, tummy, stomach, cord, lint. We have here reverse South Park, irrelevant, animated TV, Cartman, Kennedy, Kenny. We have here as well underneath the wreath here, we have the pole survey, South flag, vault vision, right? Earmuffed, cold, warm winter hat cover, right? This is the real card here, but we're going to keep it reversed because this is important for both cards. We have here underneath Deuce, we have ours, foot falling gateway, St. Louis enemy, which is upright. We have reverse DNA, which is forensics, CSI, genetic math tests. We also have here as well quit, resign, job, give up, stop, bye bye. Right? That's the real card here. The card was reversed. We have here underneath the Charles Darwin, we have evolution scientists, origin species theory. We have knuckle, sandwich, crack, joint, finger, brass. What it really meant to say was pickpocket, thief, wallet, crowd, seal, take. We have here underneath the belly button card, we have Jolly Roger, pirate, flag, skull, crossbone, chip. What it really meant to say here was posting on sticky yellow paper, swear office. Underneath the South Park card here, we have limp, wrist, weak, walk, leg, droop. What it really meant to say here was, was Vetus, Jerry Seinfeld, Frank Sinatra, Holiday Poll, Christmas. Okay, so this is showing we have the two polls here during the same week. We also have here underneath the leaf card and the pole, we have the reverse sidewalk, which is pedestrian, safe, pavement, street, path. What it really meant to say was desert, jiggly, jello, stat, refrigerator. Underneath the deuce and ours, we have as well, we have hide and seek, it, tag, ready or not, goal game. Right, this was reversed. What it really meant to say was vote November, stop candidate election. Okay, so it seemed to be here already, kind of be what I'm talking about in the month of May and April. It seemed to be following the same month of June. So they're going to be kind of very similar storylines. Potentially, maybe what we're going to see is in those 2 months in May and June. I mean, May and April, it feels like maybe those things are, people are discussing it. Then as we enter June, those things start to become reality potentially. Underneath the DNA card, we have giraffe, graffiti. I'm going to throw off. Graffiti, paint, writing, building, wall, spray. It's reversed. It means horror, writer, hit and run, mystery, main. This does not look too good in terms of this disregard. Underneath the Charles Darwin and pickpocket, we have bum, desolate, tramp, lady, lazy, buttocks, family. Right underneath the belly button, a post-it note. We also have here Abraham Lincoln is from first. What we really have here is watchdog, canine, guard, bark, Doberman, junkyard. Underneath here as well, the South Park and Feverish. We have Brazil, which is Amazon, South America, rainforest, Rio de Janeiro, coffee. And then the card that comes on top of Brazil, we have evict, apartment, landlord, tenant, throw, kick. As for the poll card here, the card that came out with car, right? On the opposite side here, we have wave or wave, as some people say with a fancy word. Okay, underneath the DNA, on top of the DNA card, this is what came out. We have spy, which also happened to be followed by unicorn. We had lawyer, which is also reversed, but it was actually satellite. So let's do it the way we found it. Okay. We have comic, which is reversed here. Comic, mammoth. So mammoth is going to make a breaking news. We have here wall, which is reversed. We also have pants. Okay. We have button, which is actually reversed here, and it is film. Okay. Let's take a look and see what the month of June in terms of breaking news it holds for us. So let's take a look. Again, like I said before, in the previous 2 month discussion, I did say that a lot of stuff may not happen specifically in this month of June. It may happen in another month of June of another year, but this is the overall energy in June. All right. So for the first card here, we have Reef, which is Coral, Great Barrier, Australia, Undersea Atoll. What I do feel here is that in some way or some form, that some pieces of in some areas of Australia is going to have some sort of major flooding. So there also might be a new direction, a new map that's going to be articulated for Australia, where it almost feels like this flooding is going to become permanent in some way or some form over the course of a couple of years. But this could also be an article that talks about specifically how Australia needs to climate change disaster that causing Australia to change its landscape. And I'm also seeing as well reefs, coral reefs, and particularly in the ocean. I do see here that's going to be also hitting a news cycle as well. So there's going to be something there as well. We have here Deuce, two cards, couple, dice, Bigelow, stuff like that. I'm seeing Deuce here. We also have Simon Says. So potentially there's going to be a breaking news potentially between Biden and his wife. I forgot her name, but I do see something there. Potentially, I see them together making a speech of some sort, maybe to rally or get people engaged. I do see that there. But however, I do see that there's going to be something that happens. Potentially, the speech could be with a address the nation that he is resigning. Potentially, it may become permanent. So I do see that in the last the month of May, I do see somebody resigning. This might just not be Kamala Harris. It might not be Biden and his wife. It might be somebody else from another political leader. I'm just choosing to know that they're very easy to simplify and easy to understand. But I do see here a political leader and his wife or partner making a speech announcing to the world and trying to get people engaged. But then I also see them as well announcing that they're going to be stepping down. We have here as well as we have Charles Darwin, which is evolution, scientist, origin, species theory. The theory of evolution, the line of succession. I do see here the person who's next in line, whoever this political leader that stepped down or announces their resignation is going to take over permanently. We do have here as well, we have belly button. South Park. This might be as well. This might just be the Queen and the royal family. It might be those people as well. It's very interesting to see who this really is in the month of June here. We do have here as well. We have belly button, which is navel, tummy, stomach, cord, lint. And we also have here as well. We have South Park, which is irrelevant animated TV. Cartman Kenny. I do feel here in some way or some form there's going to be some sort of information that's going to be revealed about the GFK and what happened with him on that car during his assassination attempt or assassination. I do see there as well, though. There's going to be something with JFK Jr. as well. Potentially, I do see that as one of the things there. I do see something with milk. There's going to be something with milk potentially related to a milkman. Potentially, that might become the new normal. You may have a milkman again instead of going to the milk to just sort of get milk. I do see that as one of the major things here. I do see here as well for the next week underneath the week card, we have Pole, which is Stowbay, South Flag, Bolt Vision. It is reversed, but I am seeing here that it's talking about the pole reversal. So there's going to be a news article or breaking news that the poles are about to reverse or we're on track to a pole reversal. And if the world is preparing for that, potentially just mean that might just happen very early as unexpectedly. We do have here as well, we do have earmuffs, cold, warm winter hat cover. I do feel like in some parts of the world, it's going to get cold and warm. So I almost feel like it kind of like goes against global warming, but that's also part of climate change and global warming as a whole. So some areas are going to get colder. Some people might even have a very harsh winter. And it might be related to the southern region of the equator as the north region gets really extremely hot. So it's almost feel like the ball in Earth, like the lower region, is going to get really cold and icy, whereas the north is going to become very hot and humid. Underneath the Simon Say card here, we have the DNA, which is forensic CSI genetic mass test. I do see here there's going to be some sort of DNA that's going to be revealed, potentially maybe relating to what happened with this political leader. Potentially they're going to do an autopsy. This person may have been assassinated of some sort or some form, or they are ill or some whatever it is. There's going to be some sort of autopsy here that's going to be done in terms of DNA. Potentially there's going to be an investigation that opened up in the month of June. It could also be just simply be a new police show or a TV show that's related to what I'm talking about. Could even be Doctor being renewed or whatever. Underneath here, the Simon Say card, we do have quit, resign, job, give up, stop, bye bye. I do see here there's going to be some sort of resignation, like I said, or some end to someone's political career. I do see that here. Potentially, this also could be referring to a celebrity. They might have a sudden death where it's unexpected. They were healthy one day and then they fell ill the next day, and people are going to be upset. I do see that there's going to be some celebrities in June, that's in particular, that are going to have their career ended very quickly and abruptly. On the child evolution here, we have pickpocket, thief, wallet, crowd, seal, take. I do see here there's going to be more advancement of hijacking and hacking in the month of June. So potentially there's going to be a major um, malware function that's going to happen that's going to be very damaging, and it's going to allow us to be able to learn how hackers in the future are going to react and how we can prevent hackers from getting our personal data information. So we have the next thing here. We have posting was fold underneath belly button and South Park. What I am seeing here that there's going to be some sort of paper or form that's going to be given, and it's going to be like almost like yellow paper. I almost feel like in some way people are going to be slapped with things that they have never been slapped before. Potentially, the government might become very strong. I don't know if this is our government in terms of the US. I do see like this might be worldwide because I do worldwide readings, at least in this particular section. I do see here whatever government this is, it's going to be bringing down like the iron fist, so to speak, and they're going to be demanding that these companies follow certain protocol. I do see them getting taxed heavily, and I do see them getting in big trouble for a lot of the crimes that they committed. As well, we do have here under the sub card here, we have Feverus, which is Jerry Seinfeld, Frank Sinatra, Holiday Pole Christmas. So, like I said, it's going to be extremely cold potentially because it's South Park here. Again, it might be referring to that it's going to get really icy cold for the people below the equator. As for this third section, this third row, we have here on the reef and earmuffs, we have gelatin. We're talking about desert, jiggly, jello, set refrigerator. I do see here as well that there's going to be some earthquakes that's going to occur in the month of June, potentially around late June, early July. I do see that here. Underneath juice and ours, we're going to have major, very major obsessed. We're going to have a lot of primary season. A lot of people want to be voting and stuff like that. I do see that as well. There's going to be some issues in terms of enemies. So a lot of those people running in the candidate boxes are actually enemy of the people. This may not be referring to the United States. It could be referring to another country where there's enemies within their own government that's trying to take out the country itself from the inside out. I do see that here. There is going to be some sort of gateway. I do see some people falling, potentially maybe they're trying to defend their homeland. There's going to be some sort of invasion of some sort as well in the month of June. Underneath the Simon says the quick card and Stephen King. We're going to have horror, writer, hit and run, misery, main. There's going to be a rise of almost like cars not malfunctioning incorrectly, and it's going to cause issue where they're going to start directly hitting people, and that's going to be directly caused to people trying to hack into the hardware system of these cars and devices and making them drive into people, and people are going to have a moral issue now where like, okay, if I'm not driving the car right, and my car is an electrical vehicle and it has its own sensors and a self-driving car and it goes and hits somebody, am I liable because I'm not physically driving the car? I do feel here that there's gonna be some hackers that's gonna hack into the devices or software programs and try to get those cars to actually hit people. So there's gonna be some danger in terms of pedestrians as well. I turned to the quick card here. We have film, spy, lawyer, mammoth, pants. We have here wall, comic, satellite, unicorn, and buttons. I do feel here there's going to be some sort of threat of nuclear war or some sort of, yeah, something like that. I do see here in terms of film. I do feel here there might be a movie that comes out about the potentiality of a World War III, and I feel like it's going to be more of a joke than it actually is as an actual physical documentary. It's going to be like making fun of it. I do see here there is a spy. Like I said, there's going to be a spy within someone's government or someone country. There's a major spy, and he is indeed a politician. We have here a lawyer. So this person may have pretended to be have maybe came from Harvard or Yale or whatever. I do feel like they said they came from these backgrounds, but really they don't. They actually are spies and they're satellites. So potentially they are spying using satellites. So maybe the satellites in space they might be hacking that in order to listen in a wiretap. As you see wiretap in here. We have mammoth, so there might be scientific news bringing back the dead, bringing back the mammoth. We do have here cosmic, so there's going to be cosmic glow. And by terms of cosmic glow, I do see solar storm, major solar storm that's going to electrically magnetify our skies in the month of June. Where you go outside, you will start to see the northern lights out front of your house because of the geomagnetic storm that's going to take place in the month of June. We do have here as well, we do have pants and wall. I do feel here someone accidentally pooping themselves, either on set or during lives or interviews, someone's going to poop themselves. I don't know why. Okay. We also have here as well underneath Charles Darwin, a pickpocket. We have here thief, wallet, crowd, steal, take. We have bum, deaderack, tramp, lazy, buttock, fanny. I do expect more propaganda to come out, particularly relating to depicting certain generations as lazy and trying to say that they're not doing enough, even though they are hustlers. I do see that here as well, so I would expect more propaganda to come out, particularly related to the stock market and the economy, blaming it on somebody instead of blaming it on the people in position of power who have more control over the actual situation itself. We have here underneath the belly button post-it note and watchdog. We have canine, guard, bark, Doberman, junkyard. We're going to have an issue when it comes to actual material and how we store them. So I just feel like recycling is going to be an issue in June. Potentially there's going to be a buildup or some sort of disease or an infestation that's going to start and come about. I do see a fungus here. We do have here as well on the opposite side, we have Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln, President John Wilkes Booth, assassination, Civil War, Gettysburg Address, right? I do see here in some way there's going to be something that's going to come out from a political leader, right? It may not be specifically Biden. I do see it might be another political leader from another country, particularly when it comes to the Abraham Lincoln card. We do have here underneath the South card, festive card. We have Brazil, which is Amazon South America, rainforest, Rio de Janeiro, coffee. We also have here evict, apartment, landlord, tenant, throw, kick. I do see some, this president here, the Abraham Lincoln card, is going to be removed from power by force. And underneath this card here, which is the Brazil card, we have the Almadon, South America, rainforest, Rio de Janeiro, coffee. I do see here there's going to be some issues in South America. I do see some uprising or some riots going on. As for the reef, earmuff, and gelatin, we have card here, which is up, which is sideways. We also have waves. So maybe there is going to be some sort of tsunami that's going to happen during this month, which is why we have cold, warm, winter, hot cover, then gelatin, which is kind of like if you take jello and you shake it, it's going to rock back and forth. It holds its shape, but it's so rocky nonetheless. I do see waves being formed due to earthquakes in the month of June towards early July. All right, guys. That is all that I see for the next 3 months. I hope you like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of today's video. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. I love you and have a very beautiful night. Peace out, my babies.